Hello everybody, my name is Sophie and welcome to episode number 17 of the Bookhater Club podcast. I hope everybody is doing well, everybody is doing amazing. Let me adjust the light so you can see me better. You can see the light flickering. I don't have any batteries. Okay, so this is like the last time you'll see it like this, and then next video it's gonna be flashing lights. Not flashing, but it's gonna be like really bright because I have to get batteries for it, I know. It's been getting darker and darker every video, but don't worry, because I'm still shining bright like a diamond. Okay, great intro. So thank you to everybody who's here today. I hope everybody's excited for a new Bookhater Club podcast episode. I have a few things to discuss with you guys today, obviously. I don't even know what I'm going to put in the title yet, because there's just so much to talk about. This time, I don't have one big topic. Usually, in these episodes, I discuss like something really big that's happened in the book community, but for today's episode, I have gathered several different topics to be discussed, and I'll tell you them, because I'm going to put timestamps in the description if you only care about some of them. Or none of them, then don't watch. But if you do care and you only want to hear about one or the other, then you can skip towards that. I don't mind. As long as you watch the ads. I don't mind. You know what I mean, yo? So, you know what I mean, you know? Okay, so we have for today, I'm going to tell you right away, the topic of Babel being adapted into a movie or a show. I'm going to talk about that. Then we have Aster. We know Aster, she's very high up on the hater list, on my hating list, not the hater list, just on my hating list, using AI art to promote her book. Shocker, I know, we'll talk about it. And then we have Colleen Hoover releasing nail polish for It Ends With Us. And then we also have Margot Robbie meeting with Sarah J. Maas. Sorry. All of these topics will be discussed today, so I hope you're excited. Before we get started, lip product of the day. I have it right here. Now, this is not gonna be good for you guys. This is going to be very upsetting for some. I don't know how it looks on camera. Let me get close. A little kiss for you. It's a little bit of a holographic illuminating lip plumber is what it says. It looks like this. And it's by Rival de Loup. And this is from Rossmann in Germany. So this is their own brand as far as I'm concerned. A drugstore's own brand, so but I'm sure these exist like everywhere. But if you are German, this is currently the limited edition that they have, and I got it because I don't have a holographic lip gloss and I wanted to try it, and I don't think it's plumbing. With a lot of these, they say illuminating lip plumber. They put a little bit of spice into it and then it's not giving. So I like the shimmer. I wanted to try something different. Let me look in the mirror. But it's nothing special. I think it would be nice as like a topper, you know? But I didn't want to put on lipstick. We're doing a chill episode. I'm wearing my chill sweatshirt, Rocky, you know, because I'm in my gym era. So that's the lip product of the day. And I really want a good lip plumber. Just getting that out of the way. But I don't want to get... There's like one expensive one that's supposed to be really good. I don't want to spend that much money. I have a lot of drugstore things because I don't want to spend that much money. But maybe I should invest. So watch the ads so I can buy it. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. But you know what I mean. Recommendations are always welcome. They're always welcome. And now... I don't have anything personal to talk about today. Nothing's happening in my life. I'm just filming videos for you guys. My next read, I can tell you guys, my members voted. I already posted it on my Instagram at HonestlySophieYT. It's Credence by Penelope Douglas. And I've already gotten messages by several people that I shouldn't read it, that it's that bad and that horrifying, and I didn't know. Because if you guys watched my last podcast episode, I talked about dark romance, the genre in general, and what I think about it. I hate it. And I talked about a German booktoker, that always promotes dark books, dark romance books. That's like her thing, right? Haunting Adeline is her favorite book. And so you can guess what else she likes. Guess. Credence. She likes Credence. I got it on my For You page, guys. She got Credence, and at that point, when I got it on my For You page, I hadn't gotten the messages yet, because I hadn't posted it on my Instagram yet, but I knew that that was probably going to be the one that I was going to end up reading because I saw the votes on the poll. And she was like, oh guys, I got Credence, you know I love Credence. And look what I got here. And it's Credence in Russian, because she's Russian actually. And then she was like, I just love it even more reading it in Russian. I can imagine the main guy being Russian, and that's even hotter. And then I saw it and I was like, okay, because I didn't know. And then I got messages and it was like, it's an underage girl getting with her uncle? Allegedly. I haven't read it yet. And I was like, oh. Of course it makes it better if he's Russian. That's hotter. If a underage girl gets with a Russian uncle, that's better? I don't really know. So I'm very curious to read it. I haven't started yet, but it will be my next review. So I really have to start getting to it, but I don't think it's that big of a read. Let me see how many pages it is. And then I'll give a shout out to my members, and then we'll get into the topics for today's video. I don't want to make this too long because I'm really hungry, and I'm currently making bao buns. And the dough is rising right now, so I really wanna eat, bitch. You know, I really wanna make them. I have to finish making them. How many pages is it? Credence Penelope Douglas pages. Let's Google that. 500. Let's round it up. 500. Okay, that's a lot of pages, you know. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if I should make a reading vlog for it. You guys let me know in the comments here, because then I'll know. That's a good idea. You let me know if I should do a reading vlog. I don't really know. I haven't done a reading vlog in a long time. I don't know if I'm still in the flow for that. So, that being said, that's all that's going on. Nothing's going on at the moment. So I want to give a shout out to my members. My members get my videos a day early. They also get a shout out in every video, and they get special benefits such as voting on my next reads, which they voted for Credence. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. I put it on the list. It's my fault at the end of the day. If I didn't want to read, not that I want to read it, but if I hadn't considered reading it, I wouldn't have put it on the list, obviously, okay? So with all the, I only ever put books on there where I'm like, okay, I could read that right now. That like I'm also like kind of in the mood for, you know what I mean? And they also get access to content such as my Ruby Red movie I can never say it, movie commentary. They get special stickers in the comments, and they also get a badge next to their name. And it's also just additional support for me for buying all of the fuck-ass books that I have to read for you guys. So if you want to support me, you can consider becoming a member. My members are Haley B, Ashley Ranger B, Mrs. Premica, Trinity ELW, Clara S, Kushimeta, Deja, Queen Sif, Courtney, Haley Charles, Grace, Elwet, Probably Brie, Marissa, Simons. She said it's like a first name, so Simons. I saw it. Asteria, Lacy, and my newest member, Jordan Kearns. Kearns is what it says. I thought it said Kerms like current. No, it's Kearns. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed the journey, but thank you so much for joining. I'm really excited. Kearns is not a German last name, but the word, maybe it's not even, maybe you're not American, but the word Kern in German, you would say Kern, and that means seed. No, it's like the seed of a fruit and stuff like that. So, a little bit of background there. A little bit of information. I always have something to say about everything. Just so you know. So it would be Kerns. Maybe that's also in Germany a last name. I actually don't know. But Jordan isn't a common first name in Germany. So that's a... I think it's like English names are getting more popular. But in general, you wouldn't meet a Jordan. I think Justin is more popular, definitely. But that's seen as like a trashy name in Germany. FYI. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. Okay, let's go, right? Okay, let's talk about Babel. Let's talk about Babel first to get that out of the way. There's not that much to say about it, but Babel by R.F. Kuang is now... No, wait, I'm gonna read it out, what I wrote down. The rights for Kuang's novel were picked up by Whip, with a double I, the same group responsible for The Mayor of Easttown, which I don't know what the fuck that is, but also for The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I did watch that, guys. I only ever watch TV shows that I can binge. And so with The Summer I Turned Pretty, I watched it in 2 days or 3. I don't want to be over dramatic. I just had it on the whole fucking time, you know, running, and I like shows where I don't have to pay attention that much. I can just have them on, and I don't need to watch every single thing that happens. So I did watch that, but I haven't read the books, obviously. And it's not, and The Summer I Turned Pretty, those books are also not something that I would care to read. But watching a show is like the same as Bridgerton, right? Having it as a show, great. A book, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So they have picked up the rights, and I saw it announced, and people were getting really excited over it. People love R.F. Kuang, and a lot of people have already recommended her books to me. And I do have The Poppy War, and I do have Babel. I I got it when it released, I think, because I really like the way it sounds. Like this, the idea of the story. I really like it. I'm really interested in it. But I think the issue that I have with it is the videos that I do, it's better for me if I have a book that's easy to read. Because then I can make videos faster. If it's a short book, if it's an easy read, if it's bad, if I don't need to concentrate that much, then the videos are easier for me to make, right? And so if I'm reading something like Babel or The Poppy War, I think those are a little bit more challenging. So I would have to put my thinking cap on a little bit harder than I usually do. I always have it on, right? But just a little bit tighter. And so I started reading Babel at some point, like the first 3 chapters or something, and then I was like, oh my god, this is too hard. I have to put it down, and I didn't continue it, but I still have it. And I do want to read it, but I don't know how, I'm also kind of scared of reviewing it if I do end up not liking it, because I've said this before, but I never go into a book thinking I'm gonna hate it. I just end up hating it. And if I do end up not liking her books, I think people would be really angry. Like, she has a really big fan base that ride very hard for her. Is that how you say it? They're her ride or die. She's their Pookie. Pookie is a word I just recently learned, so I have to start using it, right? It has to be integrated into my vocabulary. And you guys let me know if you like her books, if you've read them, if you've heard good things about them, because I've only heard good things about them, and so I'm scared of reviewing them. Because it's the same with my Iron Widow review, I don't even want to mention it. I've considered making that video private multiple times, because there's a lot of, and that's also a topic that I've thought about discussing, but I need some options to discuss in this podcast, you know? I need some stories with the author of Iron Widow. I've seen that there's a lot of drama with the sequel to that, and I was talking during Bookmas about the fact that I was so confused because I read that such a long time ago that the sequel was supposed to come out this year. I was like, why is it taking so long? What's the fucking issue? And there apparently is a lot of behind the scenes drama regarding that release with the publisher and everything, with the contract, because the author spoke up about their support for Palestine, and so the publisher is holding back their book, and so on and so forth. And the reason I've considered making that video private multiple times is because it gets a lot of views for some reason. Like, currently it's in its renaissance, even though it's like a little bit older. I don't know when I put it out, maybe in 2022, so like 2 years ago. And I don't remember what I said in that book, in that video. In general, I only have to think really hard about the book to remember what I said in my videos, because once I do the video, it's over for me, right? I just like, it's done. I don't want to think about it anymore. And a lot of people have called me out for saying that I'm being disrespectful toward the culture that's being discussed in the book because I didn't like the book. Even though I do think I said that I like the history aspect of it, because I love history and I'm interested in history and I majored in history in high school. I fuck with history hard. You know what I mean? And so I feel like I could get, or people could get really angry about it, even though that's not the reason I don't like a book. I didn't like the book because I didn't like the writing and stuff like that, but whatever. You know what I mean? I leave it up. I have to take the criticism, but I just feel like it's unwarranted, but whatever. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of respect, is what I want to say, for R.F. Kuang's books, because I'm intimidated. That's a good word. I'm intimidated about them. But that being said, this story continues. So it has been optioned to adapt for film or television. So they just announced that they acquired the rights to it. This doesn't mean that it's going to be anything, right? Because the rights to ACOTAR have been acquired, to Throne of Glass, to any major book, basically. Red Queen also. The bitches always buy everything just to have dips on it, but it doesn't mean it's going to be made into anything. It could also just sit around for years, okay? And a really interesting quote by the executives from the company WIP, with double I, I don't know what that stands for. They said, which again, very interesting. We've been in love with babel. I always want to say it like that. Babel. Since we first tore through it. Rebecca is a singular generational storyteller, and we believe this is one of the most transporting, evocative, and relevant fantasy novels since, and they make a comparison, or no, that's not a comparison, but they bring an example, and you have to guess what example they bring. Since what book? Harry Potter. This was said by Paul Lee and Josh Stern. They said it somewhat simultaneously. They're like twins. They're telepathically saying the same thing, and then verbally. No, I'm kidding. They told this to Deadline, whatever the fuck Deadline is. That's probably like a magazine or an online website is what I was going to say. A website, like a report of whatever, guys. You know what I mean. Journalism. It's just journalism. But they said this, and I read this. I was like, Harry Potter? I don't think Babel has anything to do with Harry Potter. I think that's a really weird comparison to make. Maybe they're gonna mean it in like a way that's gonna have the same impact, but that's also a lot to say, right? Because like, have you seen the Potterheads? I've never read Harry Potter, guys. Should I read it? I don't really want to read it. Fuck J.K. Rowling, you know, I don't really want to read it. But I do have it. You guys know I have it from my mom. My mom had all the books and she gave them to me. And I used to have them on my bookshelf, but I don't anymore. You can watch my bookshelf rearranging video for that from Bookmas. Yeah, I did that, guys. I'm going to do Bookmas again this year and next year and every coming year. And my screen is dirty, my PC screen. That's not so nice. Anyway, guys. Whatever. This is all the information we have. It was literally just announced that someone fucking bought the rights, okay? And people were going crazy over it as they do. They're like, oh my god, who do you want to cast as this person, as this person? I don't know the people. I don't know the persons. I don't know, you know, so I don't know who to cast or anything, but realistically, I think it would be really cool if this was made into something, because I think it's very different. Her stories are very different, and not as generic as some other stories that are coming out nowadays, but I would be more surprised if it was made into something than if it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they announce, like, down the line, oh, we're not doing anything with it. Because that seems to be the theme. And that's also evident with the Sarah J. Maas topic we're going to talk about later. But first, I want to talk about Alex Aster, my #1 anti-Pookie. My #1 anti-Pookie. And also, let me know if you're excited for Babel. If you would be excited for it. If you've even read it. I don't even know how many people have read it. Because, again, I feel like it's a little bit more challenging. Maybe I'm being dramatic. I just don't know. Because I haven't read it. But that's just my prediction for it if I read it. So, let's talk about Alex Aster using AI art to promote her fuck-ass books. If you don't know, I've made reviews about Lightlark and Nightbane, which is the sequel to Lightlark. And Lightlark was the book that got me to 1,000 subscribers, and now we're at 4,100. Wow! Thank you! Love you all. Thank you for joining. And so I got 1,000 subscribers when I was in Amsterdam at the bus stop, and I refreshed and I had 1,000 subscribers. And if you don't know, 1,000 subscribers means you can monetize your channel. So Alex Aster is the reason that I can make money through YouTube. So that's why I would say I love her. But there are too many things with her that make me say I don't love her. So I don't love her. I don't love her. I fucking hate her. Chill. No, it's not that deep. It's a little bit of a silly beef because realistically, that woman has done nothing to me, right? And she's not as bad as some other people like Colleen Hoover, who we will be talking about. And Colleen Hoover and Alex Aster, I've also made podcast episodes about, guys. Have you watched them yet? Or ever? Rewatch them. See what I said. Tell me what I said in that video, because I don't remember. But Alex Aster, she wrote Lightlark. I'm just telling you guys in case you forgot or you just don't know because you don't care. She is an author who got kind of famous over TikTok because she was promoting her book, talking about the tropes in it and what she was writing about, kind of, what was it? She was talking about the scenes in her book and then on TikTok, and it got really hyped up because it sounded so cool. And then people got the arcs and were like, okay, she promoted the book with this scene, but that wasn't even in the fucking book. And then it all turned against her when the book released, and they were like, you misrepresented your book, blah blah blah. And people also figured out that it wasn't that good. And then she also likes to talk about the fact that she's gotten rejected by around 50 million publishers in the past, and then finally one person believed in her, kind of like the Lady Gaga thing with A Star Was Born, or is born. Is it alive? Is it born? I don't really know what is up with the star, but when she was saying, like, if 99 people don't believe in you in a room, and then there's one person that believes in you, and she said it in every fucking interview, like she's never said it before. That's kind of Alex Aster on her TikTok, basically. She keeps saying the same fucking shit over and over again, and she would also say, nobody believed in me, and then finally I get to publish the book I've been writing since I was 15. And then people found out that she's been publishing. She was promoting this book like she's never published a book in her fucking life. Just no bitch wanted to publish Light Art because that book is fucking ass. You know what I mean? It reads like you were 15 when you wrote it and you never made any fucking edits. But I made a review. Go watch it. I wear a very low cut shirt if that's any, how do you say, if that's any incentive. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. I'm wearing it, but you know what I mean? And thankfully I did because it got a lot of views. I'm kidding, guys. I have to drink. So what she's now currently doing on her TikTok... Oh, no, wait. What did I say? Oh, yeah. She's been promoting her book with scenes from her book, blah, blah, blah. It backfired. People realized this isn't her first release. She was talking about it like she's never published a book, but she's published middle grade novels before. And also people figured out that her parents are rich with a car dealership and that her sister works in some kind of publishing thing, but I don't think it's for books. I think it's a website thing. And she was in Forbes and stuff like that. I don't exactly remember, so I'm going to say allegedly. But that her sister kind of has ties to the industry and that she's a nepo baby in that sense, right? So people were calling her out for that. I called her out for that in my podcast episode. I talked about the fact that she had a failed music career and everything. Like, she really... Oh my god, I just thought someone was coming in my room. I got really scared. It's just my brother and his friends. They're just screaming. I'm thankfully not coming in here. They don't need to know about this. This is a secret between me and you and me. Anyway, what am I saying? What am I saying? She kept promoting her bitch-ass book to the point where she was like, guys, I have amazing news. It's been picked up for movie or whatever. With the same creators of Twilight. The same bitches that made Twilight. And she promotes her book never with any of the plot things that happen, any story things that happen. She only ever talks about enemies to lovers, enemy tending to her wounds, blah blah blah, all of those tropes, right? There is no substance to her books. I've made long enough videos about her. Like, in total, the Alex Aster content that I have on my channel is probably like 3 hours long, right? So you're not gonna get bored, I hope, if you watch all of that. Go watch all of it. Watch all of it. You're not busy. No, I'm kidding. But I just kind of have to say that I'm kidding all the time because I don't want people to be like, is she being serious? Because I am German. And maybe people can't tell when I'm being silly. But I am being silly most of the time. So that being said, she keeps doing this, right? For Nightbane now being out already, I talked about the fact that I've never seen that book at the bookstore, but I have now. Thankfully. I thought it was a myth that this existed. And people didn't really give a fuck about Nightbane. They cared about Light Art because that was so hyped on TikTok, but they didn't really care about Nightbane. Rightfully so, because it's really bad. But she keeps doing the same thing. So she also likes to be like, oh, when you thought you'd never succeed, and then she does a transition and she's like, and now your book is in the biggest Barnes & Noble in the USA. There's like an eagle flying in the background. No, I'm kidding. No, in case you believe that there was an eagle in the background, I'm just noticing how often I say it now that I pointed it out. Anyway, I need to stop saying it. You guys know when I'm kidding. She decided to make a video, right, that this drama revolves around on TikTok, where she was like, I'm actually gonna pull it up, guys, because I don't remember what she said. Oh fuck, where is it? Okay, I don't remember. But I saw it on my For You page. It was on my For You. Occasionally she does come up on my For You page, but there's not that much book content, thankfully. But the drama does make its way onto my For You page, which is how I know about everything, so that's good, you know, for the podcast. She was like, when a fan art convinces you to read a book, right? And then she was like this. Because she always does this. She's always like in disbelief in her videos, like laughing in disbelief. She's like, ah. And then she turns her head and it's a fan art of a white man and a white woman. And I'm gonna show you guys. I'm not gonna put it up on screen because I'm lazy. No, guys, I'm filming really late and I need to get this out, okay? So please look at the screen right now. This is the fan art that appeared. By the way, this is a screenshot of a lady talking about it. Her name is Robbie Loxley, and she stitched, or not stitched, but she screen recorded the video and then talked about it. And Alex Aster has since deleted this video, right? And so this is a little bit blurry, but this is the fan art. Okay, very generic looking. Would you agree? I think it's very generic looking. Looking at this, I wouldn't even say, oh my god, this is the characters from Lightlark. I would say this could be anyone. Hell if I know. Two white people looking at each other. And imagine like saying this about that fan art. This fan art, they're not doing anything. What are they doing? Oh, you can see my crusty phone. Maybe I should clean. I should have cleaned it, right? Oh, no, it's closed. They're not doing anything. They're looking at each other. It's kind of like the Ruthless Vows cover I just did a review. They're just looking at each other. What are they doing? How did this convince you to read a book? And especially the wording is really interesting because she's like, when a fan art convinces you, it kind of comes across as if she didn't write the book, but she's just a lady. Like, she's just a girl who saw fan art and was like, I have to read the book. It's two people looking at each other. That's gonna be banger. It's gonna be a banger. But you know what? That fan art is as boring as your fucking book. You know what I mean? And I'm not sorry for saying that. So, it's literally just two people. It reads like she just discovered the book. I have to look at my notes that I took so I know. And I think that in general with everything, because she's been doing the same shtick since Lightlark came out, which was now 1.5 years ago maybe, I think she comes across as very unlikable, right? Always being like, I wrote this and I'm now like a New York Times bestseller. And she's not doing it in a way where it's like motivating. It's not motivating to you like, you could do this. She's like, I did this. Did you forget? Like, the Twilight producers are doing my movie of my book. Like, I made it. I'm in the bookstore. I'm signing the books that I wrote. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem, it's me. She is the problem. I think she's really like, I don't really know what the word is for it, the way she comes across, but just unlikable, I think is a good way to put it, right? And again, realistically, she hasn't done anything to me, but she just gets on my fucking nerves. And I've talked about this before, like, I'm confused why I'm not blocked, but she doesn't know who I am, thankfully. Though we did have one interaction when I left a comment and she commented back. So she does know who I am. No, I'm kidding. She doesn't really know who I am. I hope at least. But that being said, that the person I just showed you that posted that TikTok, I wouldn't even have thought of it, right? Because it was on my For You page. And then I just scrolled. I was like, Alex Aster, fuck that woman. I scrolled. And then this duet or stitch, I don't know what it's called if it's a screen recording, comes up on my For You page. And I'm like, what is going on now? Is she in trouble? And then, what was their name? Robbie goes on to say, this is AI art. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because I feel like as a book community and also like any creative community, whether it's artists, like artists in any shape, way or form, understand that AI art is a no-go. And listen, when I tell you this, I fuck with AI. I fuck with it. I don't really want to talk about it because it's like the one standard topic that old white men have at the moment. Like, that's the one topic of discussion that they constantly rehash, and I just can't listen to it anymore. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, ChatGPT, blah, blah, blah. I love ChatGPT. I fuck with that. I use it like daily. I ask questions about boiling potatoes and shit like that because it gives me precise answers. I need to calm down. It gives me precise answers. It gives me what I'm looking for, right? I love using ChatGPT. And you know what else I love losing? Money. Because I love spending money. No, you know what else I love using? I have Canva Pro. Yes, I do. I love spending money, as I just said. And they have a tool where you can erase is what it's called. Erase people from the background automatically without like Photoshop. Because I don't know how to use Photoshop. I know you can do it like manually is the word. But with that tool, you just go over the photo and it removes them. Love that. I love that for that. But when it comes to art, that's when I don't fuck with AI. In general, I think like, fuck yeah. But with art, I fuck no. You know what I mean? And so, as an author, who could potentially be threatened by AI. I mean, because your writing is bad, you know what I mean? Like, they could do it better than you. I would be concerned at her if I were her. But no, she decided to, instead of choosing any type of fan art, because I'm sure, like, a lot of people have read her book, right? Even though it's ass, there's people who will love it, which is fine with Lightlark. If someone told me I love Lightlark, I wouldn't be like, okay, bitch. Like I would be with other books. Like, that's a book that's fine if that's your favorite book. I don't really care about that. I wouldn't comment hate on your video. I've never done that. But with other books, I would be more inclined to, you know what I mean? And so with Lightlark, I think it's fine. But I'm sure that there's so much good fan art out there by real people who've drawn real pictures. And her then going ahead and choosing AI just is kind of weird. Especially because this is so generic. As I said, it looks like Juden Carden from The Cruel Prince. It looks like anyone. It looks like any white people, you know what I mean? That could be me. Could be me on that fucking picture. And I wouldn't have noticed that it's AI, also because I don't really care that much. But the creator of this TikTok, who filmed this video, Robbie, pointed it out, that there's some inconsistencies. And also, I think if you concern yourself with the topic a little bit more, which I'm not hugely into fan art or anything like that, so I don't look at that. I never look it up or anything. But I think if you're really into it, you get the hang of it and you can spot it more easily. So I trust him. I say allegedly this is AI art, but people started commenting on her video and also on her Instagram, and they said under this video that those comments were deleted. And that then she followed up by just completely deleting the video. And whether she addressed it or not, I'm not sure because I don't follow her. I would never. But I just don't think she did. Just don't think she did. So I think she also just deleted it because people called her out. And I think she should know better than this, right? I don't really know. I mean, it's not that big of an issue. At the end of the day, it's like not that deep. But it's just like, I don't know how anyone can fuck with AI art. And I think the people that fuck with it are the people that are like the most uncreative. Because they can't create it themselves. They can't create art in any shape, way, or form. It's like the dummies. Just kidding. Love you. Love you. You're not a dummy. If you fuck with it, like, that's you. But taking artists' work, feeding it into an AI, and then having it produce a new image is just like without any credence. I don't fuck with it, guys. I'm sorry. And also I have to be very careful with speaking because in German it's not AI, it's KI. And so I feel like sometimes, I don't know if I messed it up in this video, but sometimes I get confused when I'm also speaking in German. I'm like, AI, KI, what am I saying? I don't know what's left or what's right anymore. But that being said, you can let me know your opinion on it. And I don't know. Does it make sense when I say, like, I think uncreative people are the ones who fuck with it? Because now all of a sudden they have a tool that they can be creative with. And maybe they're jealous of the creative people. I don't really know. Maybe she didn't know it was AI. That could also be the case. But then again, if she didn't know, why did she choose the most generic, boring fan art? If they had at least used some of their power in that photo because they have magical abilities or anything like a fighting scene, I would have understood if she said, this made me want to read a book, but it's just two people looking at each other. Why would I want to read a book just because two people look at each other? It doesn't make any fucking sense. That being said, let's continue to our next topic, to one of our bigger ones. I want to talk about Sarah J. Maas last, and I want to talk about Colleen Hoover first. I want to talk about her because for some reason this woman, you could say she's just a businesswoman, but honestly it seems to me that she really just needs a lot of money because maybe she's living a lifestyle that she can't afford. But that being said, you know what I think about Colleen Hoover. Again, I've done a podcast episode about her. I don't fuck with her. I actually really heavily don't fuck with her, like anti-fuck her. No, fuck her, but like I don't fuck with her, you know what I mean? I really don't like Colleen Hoover. You could say I hate her. She's one of the authors where I'm like, she should not have a platform with the books that she writes. And again, I've talked about it at length, and I think we all know who Colleen Hoover is at this point. So now you're gonna say, Sophie, if I didn't put in the title, I don't know what I'm gonna write yet. What did she do? What did she do? Guys, do you remember when she wanted to do a coloring book about It Ends With Us, a book about abuse? And she wanted to do a coloring book. And then she announced it and people were like, don't do it. Don't do it. And then she said, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do it. And then she didn't do it. They scrapped it. And then they obviously lost out on a lot of money. Specifically her, Colleen Hoover. She lost out on a lot of money that she would get. So she was like, okay, what else can we do? That's like, with It Ends With Us, because that's, I think, at this point, her most popular work, with Ugly Love and, what's the other book that she's really, Verity. Guys, should I read Verity? Be honest. I don't really know. People say that's her best book because it's like a thriller, but I just feel like, I wouldn't be thrilled. I wouldn't be thrilled reading it. But I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to at some point. I don't really know. Anyway, as we know, there's also the It Ends With Us movie. So, yeah, that's the most popular. It's a fucking movie. Or going to be. Maybe. If it's not completely scrapped. I hope it's completely scrapped. I don't want it to be a movie, guys. I wish I could, if it came out, I wish I could do a movie review on it. But maybe I could do that for members. Because with Germany, there's very strict copyright laws. And so that's also why the video is only available to members. Because I did it years ago, right? Like, when I was 19, when I was a baby, and it got copyright restricted for Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of ass. I want everyone to be able to watch it, so that's why it's now a member exclusive video. But maybe I could do that for It Ends With Us. I really want to do movie commentary on book related movies, but I just don't know how to figure that out with copyright in Germany. It just sucks, you know. That being said, it looks really bad. The movie looks really bad. Now, you're gonna say, okay, Sophie, what did she do now? I feel like she just really had to get a replacement for the coloring book, the money she lost out on. And so she has now made, and I would have never guessed this, a nail polish collaboration with the brand Olive and June. And this is apparently a known brand in the US. Or maybe Canada. No, I think the US, right? Like, people were like, oh my god, I love Olive and June. Why did they do this? Blah, blah, blah. It's been a big topic on Twitter, on TikTok, everywhere. Maybe you've seen it. And she has announced, or it's already out, a nail polish collab with Olive and June and Colleen Hoover. Specifically, It Ends With Us. Or no, more specifically with It Starts With Us, right? Which is the sequel, the follow-up, where she gets with the dude, the homeless dude. Yeah. So, she has announced multiple shades, and they are each $9, and there's also press-ons, because they're known for their press-ons, the brand. Again, I don't know it, I'm German, we don't have that shit, we have Kiss in Germany. Do you know Kiss? I think they also do lashes. That's the press-on brand in Germany. Not that anyone uses it. I use the Trended Up nails, guys. If you need press-on recommendations, if you've seen my French nails in my videos, for all my Germans, Trended Up is also a drugstore owned brand. I always use them. They are the best, and this is what they look like. I have them right here. It's just a French nail, and I use them all the time when I'm going somewhere. It's a little sticky still. See? Can you see? Flipping you off, because I hate you. No, I'm kidding. I hate Colleen Hoover. That's dedicated to her. They are the best, and I love using them. Because I don't need to get my nails done, but I do want to get my nails done. Again. Ugh, I need to start making my German TikTok, guys. I'm just too lazy, you know? It's like so much work. I want to do a really big haul for my German TikTok. I've talked about it before. And show what I bought and everything. And people were like, oh, I would watch it. And that's so nice of you guys that you would watch it. Because my boyfriend said, don't do it. Don't do it. I always have to say it like that. Don't do it. No one will watch. And I was like, no. People will watch. New people and old people. And I think there's like I know that there's a feature on TikTok that translates any video automatically in the captions into whatever language you have said. And for me, it's English. So every video, because I get so many like, what do I get? So many like Polish TikToks. I don't know any Polish. And then it automatically gets translated into English in the captions, which is really cool. So you could do that. And then you could get more of me, but in German. How cool would that be? I'm just announcing it now. I'll tell you more on my Instagram at Honestly Sophie YT when it happens, okay? Because I have a really big haul to film with a lot of things that I've been collecting over the last weeks. I love hauls. I want to film hauls. I want to be that girl, you know? So that being said, back to Colleen Hoover. Fuck that woman. We have the shades that I think are most interesting. Lily Blooms, because the main character is called Lily Bloom. Atlas. Corrigan. That's his last name, so the first and last name. And then the best one, I think, is Brave Blush. It's like a pinkish shade, Brave Blush, because she's being really brave, because she's being, or she used to be abused by her husband. Yeah. So I just think that this is, I don't really know. It leaves like a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth because she already gets so much, she got so much backlash for the coloring book. And then now doing this, it's like, have you learned nothing? And with things like this, always, it's so crazy to me because it's also, this is not just for this situation, but also when I'm in a store and I see clothes and the clothes are really fugly. And you know they're gonna be on sale in 2 weeks because no one's gonna buy them. Not 2 weeks, 2 months. They're gonna be on sale in 2 months because no one's gonna buy them. And then thinking about the fact that there's a whole team behind them. Like isn't there so much that goes into producing a product for like H&M, for example? I just spit everywhere, guys. Oh my god. And then they make so fugly shit. And it's the same with this, like, there's a whole team and everyone was like, this is a good idea. Let's name a fucking nail polish after your abuse book, Brave Blush. Sorry? And who thought of this correlation? So that's why I'm saying, like, it really just feels like after not being able to do publish the coloring book, they wanted to get an alternative. And so they did this. And I don't really know, guys. Like, there's a whole team behind it and people still signed off on it. I just really think about that when I'm out and I see ugly shit in the store. I'm like, who said this was okay? Like, there's multiple people that would have had to sign off on it until it actually gets produced and put on shelves. How can that happen? Like, really fugly shit. Like, not just, like, subjectively, like, objectively ugly. Who did they think is gonna buy this? I don't really know. That being said, she has, like, a collection of nail polish. I looked at the website, right, just to get an idea of what is available. She has and again, please look at the screen while I show this on my crusty phone. The Colleen Hoover polish set for $62. You save $10 if you buy this, right? Instead of buying everything individually. These are the colors. There's a bunch of pastels and very bright colors. And this is perfect for spring because, of course, it ends with us and it starts with us. It's about spring, about flowers. We have the main character who has a flower shop. And this is just a very lovely collection. And it kills me because there's one review on it. As you can see, it's a 1-star review. And the review reads bad. And like, no, I don't like this. That's all. Someone hate reviewed this. I love that for Colleen Hoover. For Colleen Hoover, all the usual rules that I have don't apply, you know? Fuck that woman. So then I looked at more of this because, as I just said, they do press-ons. And for some reason, they had Colleen Hoover, allegedly, give a statement for each of the things. And she had to... I mean, I don't really think she did that. And if she did, it's even weirder, right? Because, like, they wanted her statement on the shades and, like, a promotional statement, right? That they could advertise it with. And I picked out my favorites. But there's one for everything on the side. Out of her collection. And you guys let me know which one is your favorite. And you guys also let me know, with all of this, always, what is your opinion? What do you think about this? Leave it in the comments. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. Become a member. Ooh, I tricked you. I tricked you. So we have, the first one is coral jelly glue. Glue is such a hard word for me to say. Glue press-ons. Just the whole thing when glue is in the sentence. Coral jelly glue press-ons. And I'm going to show you how they look. I'm going to show you how they look. This is what they look like. It's really, it's a, you know, I think with the skin color it goes really well, but I think, no, actually I think it's a pretty shade. I'm going to take it back. Coral is a pretty shade. It says a semi-sheer coral press on mani in a medium oval shape. Okay, so what does Colleen Hoover have to say about it? This classic coral looks so cool in this jelly finish. It's so spring. Huh? It's so spring. Do you think Colleen Hoover said that? Colleen Hoover's ass? This bitch doesn't use press-ons. This bitch doesn't get a manicure. I don't think she has time. She's typing. She's typing too much. Typing up shit, you know? Anyway, we're gonna continue. She has perfect pinwheel tab press-ons. I don't know what that is. Like, what that means. Perfect pinwheel tab press-ons. A true coral polish that's perfectly cherry and poppy. Prepare to for manis that will make your heart spin. Prepare to for manis. I think they made a typo. I don't know what they're trying to say. It's just another coral shade. And what did Colleen Hoover say about this? Hearts don't have bones because they're too full of love for this shade. Coral in spring is always right. Hearts don't have bones because they're too full of love for this shade? Is this like a Colleen Hoover Lord thing that I don't know? Why is she saying that? Hearts don't have bones because they're too full of love? I think there's like other reasons they don't have bones. Realistically. Really odd. Again, we have another one, a magenta velvet glue press on. And these are like all $10, like $8 to $10, which I think that's fine. Like $10 for press-ons, like I wouldn't spend that. The ones from Trended Up, the ones that I showed you, those are €2. They do the job, you know. I got nail glue from Essence, they do the job. So that's the next one. Just a very nice magenta shade. Coho said, I love this velvet treatment on this hot pink. It might just make me a press-on person. Why are you making press-ons if you don't wear press-ons? You need money. I would never make a product that I wouldn't use. And I would never advertise a product that I didn't use. You know what I mean? Not that I have anything to advertise, guys. Maybe on my TikTok soon. But it's like, why the fuck would I want to do that? For the money. For the money. She's getting paid good money for this, right? And a lot of the things are sold out. A lot of these presents are sold out. Not everything, but I would say like half at least is sold out. So people are loving it. Why? But maybe they're also not buying it related to Colleen Hoover because they have very spring designs. So maybe people who are just a fan of the brand are buying it. Because again, as I said, people seem to really know it. You guys let me know if this is like a... I think you can get this at Walmart. Guys, if I ever go to America, I want to go to Walmart so bad and Target. It's very like a big thing in Germany. When Germans go to Target, or like to America, I mean, they just go specifically to Target. No, they go to America. They will do vlogs on hauls of like, I'm going to Target in America. Let's see what they have. And then they film everything. That's so normal for the Americans watching right here, like to see that shit in the store. When there's very much like America core in Germany, like it's crazy, but I want to go there. Like I'm part of the problem. I really want to go there. So the last one that I have is the Floral Fun Glue Press-Ons, and they're like, I don't know if they're daisies, bitch. I don't know anything about fucking flowers. But she also said in one of the quotes, I love that we're doing flowers because a lot of my books have flowers on them. It's like, okay, did you decide on the flowers? So for this one, she said, oh, I don't really get that. She said, this manicure is just floral sunshine. Get outside and smell the perfect manicures. Is she, what is she talking about? Is she okay? Maybe I just don't get it. Oh, it's a marigold, guys. It's not a daisy. Designed in marigold and white with pops of daisies. Oh. I'm not... Anyway. It's whatever you believe, okay? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're colorblind. Maybe you can't even see it, okay? Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's just flowers. It says, get outside and smell the perfect manicures. Sorry? When am I supposed to smell it? I was supposed to smell the glue? That's not good. You want me to smell glue? That's not healthy, girl. I don't really know, guys. Anyway, at the end of the day, is it that deep? It's not that deep, of course, as always. But I just don't fuck with Colleen Hoover. I love hating on that bitch and just making products and making merch on or for a book that is literally about abuse and then making it like cutesy. Why the fuck do you do that? If it was merch for like a book that's just a normal love story, I'd be like, okay, cute. But it's not a normal love story. Like, it's with the background of abuse. So, domestic violence. And I don't really know why we need to be doing all that, you know what I mean? Why it's promoted as like a cute little thing. Is it cute? No, it's not. Fuck Colleen Hoover. Let's get to the last topic. So, my dear book haters, our last topic for today's podcast episode, I talked way longer than I thought. I thought this was going to be like 40 minutes, is Sarah J. Maas. Sarah J. Maas has been going on a press tour for Crescent City 3. We noticed I reviewed it, I gave it 1 star. Oh my god, my boyfriend just texted me, I'm getting ready to come over. Girl, I'm busy. I'm busy doing the Book Hater podcast. I don't know what to say. Schreib. Ich film noch. Oh my god, I'm nervous. So, I don't want him to see me like this, all angry and everything. So, what's going on with Sarah J. Maas? I don't know if you guys saw this, but Margot Robbie was spotted at a cafe. And I saw a lot of people making memes about this, where they were like, the picture was posted of her sitting at a table across from someone and smiling or whatever, and then people were like, oh my god, if this happened to me and I saw her at the cafe, and this is the only picture that exists, right, of this interaction, I would take the chair home with me. That's what they said on Instagram. And a bunch of people that I know from real life liked it, you know, because you can see who likes. And I was like, why the fuck would you like, what the fuck? Nasty? No, I don't relate, okay? I would not take the chair home with me. Let that woman live. For fuck's sake, let her live. But then a whole nother conversation emerged. And this happened last night when I was at the gym. I didn't even want to talk about this because I didn't know about it. I was at the gym. I'm on Twitter. And where I get also my information about the dramas. And the book dramas, right? And someone's like, oh yeah, this is a picture of Margot Robbie in the cafe. But the person sitting across from her is Sarah J. Maas. And I was like, did I read that correctly? Why the fuck would Margot Robbie meet with Sarah? What are they doing? Why would they meet? And that's obviously like, if you don't know Sarah J. Maas, you're not going to know who the woman sitting across from her is. So then people were going into a spiral. They were like, are we sure this is Sarah J. Maas? Why would they be meeting? Are they really meeting? What's going on? What's good? What's poppin'? And I'm going to show you the picture, by the way. So you can see just Margot Robbie and Sarah J. Maas. Please look at the screen right now. This is the picture. We have Margot Robbie. This is a TikTok screenshot from Abigail. What the fuck? Abigail? Abigail? But spelled like the most atrocious way I've ever seen. Abigail. I know it's Abigail, okay? But like, look at the spelling. Have you ever seen that before? This is like giving Everly thing, you know what I mean? Anyway, back to the picture. I wanted to give credits, but then I just got scared. I think this video at this point had 1,000 likes, right? I think now it has 300,000. People are really excited about this. Either 30 or 300, whatever, what's the difference, right? So again, I'll show you the picture. We can see a blonde woman, one woman, it's not multiple, with fugly sneakers. Can you see those holographic ass high top fuck ass sneakers, skinny jeans, and this black and white shirt? This is important. Long blonde hair and a jacket, like a how do you say in English? This is not a puffer jacket in English. How do you say Daunenjacke? Doesn't matter. It's a jacket. And I looked at it and I think this is a Montclair jacket, right? By the logo. You can't really tell, but I think just from the shape of the logo. So an expensive jacket, okay? It's telling us Margot Robbie doesn't hang out with brokies. This woman that she is hanging out with has some money. So I, of course, was like, who the fuck is saying this is Sarah J. Maas? This was like originally posted on Twitter. No one was talking about Sarah J. Maas. And then everyone started saying, this is Sarah J. Maas. She's hanging out with Sarah. Okay. So, allegedly, this is Sarah J. Maas. We're just going to assume it is. And I'm going to show you in a second why. Allegedly, her best friend confirmed it on Twitter. Now, I don't know if I would want to have a best friend that just goes on talking about my business on, no, Instagram, I think it was. And then this is just a thing that people ran with. So I think that someone made it up, if I'm being honest. I think someone made it up. I don't think that they met. They could have, because of several points that I will be talking about. But I just don't think they did. I don't think it's Sarah, if I'm being honest. And people ran with it, you know. One person said, oh, her best friend confirmed it. And then everyone was like, her best friend confirmed it. It's been confirmed. It's been confirmed that Sarah, they met, blah, blah, blah. They talked over fucking biscuit and tea. I don't know. And what else? Yeah, the best friend is unnamed. And then on TikTok, on this TikTok video, someone commented, oh, Court of Mass confirmed it. And I was like, who the fuck is that now? Apparently, Court of Mass is an Instagram page that I didn't know about because I don't give a fuck if I'm being honest. And they commented under their own post after saying, oh my god, Sarah J. Maas, they go, yes, it's real. It's been confirmed. Margot's a fan of Sarah's. No information on what they talked about, but let's just assume it's a chat between two brilliant ladies and them gushing over each other. And then someone said, where did she say she's a fan? And then someone else said, in an interview, she was asked her fave books and she mentioned Ekotar. So allegedly, Margot Robbie said she loves Ekotar. And so now people are saying, oh, Margot Robbie owns a production company, she met with Sarah J. Maas because she wants to produce Echo. Do we think that's going on? I don't believe it. I don't believe it, if I'm being honest. Why the fuck would you do that? Because the rights for Echo, there's been... now I forgot to look into it, but there was something in recent weeks where... Or was it Throne of Glass? It was one of Sarah J. Maas's things where they were like, it's no longer going to be produced. They're no longer working on it or whatever. On one of her projects. Because both of them the rights had been sold already. So, potentially, maybe, it would be possible for someone else to pick it up and produce it. And Margot Robbie, I know, has said in an interview that she wants to focus more on producing for now. She's not really into acting anymore. She wants to produce. She said that. I saw that in an interview. And so that would make sense. It would make sense if she actually said she loves Echo and then she met with Sarah J. Maas. It would all align. Now, do we think it's Sarah? I don't think so, just because I'm a hater. Now, of course, a little bit of proof, right? That it could be Sarah. It could be Sarah. I looked into it. First of all, those fugly shoes. I think she would wear them. I don't think she has a sense of fashion. So that being said, I also don't think she dressed herself for this interview that she gave about Crescent City 3. She wore this two-piece, right? You can see my ring light. I'm sorry. You know, I gotta be lit up like in Crescent City. Light it up. Yeah, quoting it because I read it, guys. I sat through it for you. Anyway. She's rocking this two-piece, and I was like, okay, I'm curious, because as I said, I think the person sitting across from Margot is, I'm gonna call her Mrs. Robbie, because I don't know her like that. I think they were wearing a Montclair jacket, which isn't cheap, right? So I looked at this two-piece, and I'm not saying that she bought this herself or that she dressed herself. I think for TV interviews and being on a Today Show and shit like that, you get things, like you lend them and stuff like that. Like you don't just have this two-piece laying around. But just that being said, this is by Gucci. This is a Gucci set, and the jacket alone, because that's the only thing I looked into, costs 2,000 euros. Cheers to that. Why would I ever want to wear something for 2,000 euros? I'm going to tell you guys, if I were rich, or if I ever become rich, never in my life would you see me rocking any designer shit that's like this. I would be too scared to wear it out. If they send it to me for free, okay. Gucci, if you're watching, send me this. I looked it up, piece of proof. Send me this. I'll wear it. I'll rock it in my next review. But I would never buy a designer shit for myself. Peace and love. Do you know what I mean? I don't really know. I don't fuck with it. So, that being said, this proves she has money. I was like, I have to prove that this could be her jacket. If she's already wearing a 2,000 euro Gucci jacket, and we're not talking about the skirt, she has money. We knew that. I was just being a little silly, you know? But then the most incriminating evidence that I have... Now, I don't think the hair looks like her, I'm gonna be honest. I think her hair is shorter than the woman sitting across from Margot. It could be her, honestly. I think, now that I'm looking at it, no, I'm not, no, it's not her. I'm gonna represent the standpoint, it's not her, but it's likely that it's her. She gave an interview over Zoom or something with someone, I don't know. Who was this by? I don't remember. But she gave an interview about, like, what's coming up, what books has she planned, blah, blah, blah. And she confirms she's working on / drafting the next Echo book in this interview. It doesn't matter. But it was recently, I think at the end of last year. And look at what she's wearing. This is the only screenshot I have. Look at what she's wearing. Can you see the shirt? Okay, keep it in mind. Quick. Look at this shirt of the woman. She's wearing the same shirt. I found that out myself, guys. I googled around because I was like, maybe she has a shirt like that. I need some kind of proof. So that's like the biggest proof that I have that this might be Sarah. And at the end of the day, I don't care. Like at the end of the day, if Margot Robbie does this, like Abigail predicted, that is such a weird spelling, girly pop. I'm so sorry. I think her name probably was never spelled right anywhere. Which was like, my name is Abigail. And then they spell it and she's like, no, not like that. Not like that. And so I never get that. Like, why would you want to do that to your child? America? Anyway. That being said, guys, do you think that this is Sarah J. Maas meeting with Margot Robbie? Do you think? I don't think so. But that being said, I think it would be fun if Echo or Throne of Glass, either or, would actually be made into something, right? Because then I could hate on something. That would be a nice like review for my channel. Maybe I need to move to the US to review those things so I'm not under German copyright law. But I cannot leave. I cannot leave. Okay. No, guys, if you want me to come to America, you need to watch the ads so I can pay for the ticket to America. Or I need to be invited to like one of those Tarte trips. They're doing those again. Did you see that? There's like a whole thing going on TikTok right now. They used to do that back in the day and now they're doing it again. I want to be invited. I want to be invited. Invite me. I know nothing about makeup. I just know that this is what I have on right now. And I do have a full face on, but can you tell? Like, I did that for nothing. Anyway, I'm trying, you know? That being said, those are all the topics for today's video. I just wanted to give you guys some updates of the book sphere in case you heard about them or you didn't, just so you're up to date. And of course, if anything happens further with any of these things, like the Babel adaptation, Sarah J. Maas, whatsoever, so on, no, not whatsoever, so on and so forth, I will inform you. I will let you know. I'm the #1 book source, book news source. The book news channel, not on the Bookhater Club. That's something different. And I did hate a lot in this video. I actually exclusively hated. I never loved. I don't love anything. No, I'm kidding. I said it again. How many times did I say it? Maybe I should like do a counter, but I don't want to do that. I need to get this video out, guys. I'm behind on schedule. I made a schedule. I'm looking at it right now. I'm behind on it, so I need to get this out. But that being said, I'm happy that a bunch of things happened, honestly, because sometimes when I'm filming or when I'm thinking about, oh, I need to do a podcast, or I want to do a, not I need to, but I want to do a podcast episode because I get to yap. This was a master yapping episode. Wow. Then sometimes there's just nothing going on to talk about. And so, like, no authors to talk about or anything. And so when multiple of these things happen, it's nice to have a topic. Right? It's nice to discuss something. So, that being said, guys, as always, leave your opinions in the comments, be respectful. I don't have to say, you're always respectful. Love you. And I'll see you next time, maybe in my credence review. Do you even say credence? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. But how else would you say it? Credence? Credit? I don't think you say it like that. Credence. I'm not excited to read. Let me know if I should do a reading vlog or not. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what the weather is like. Just let me know everything. Your social security number while you're at it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know. We know. We know that I'm kidding. We know that I'm kidding. I don't need to say it. So, that being said, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make my bao buns. If I had a German TikTok, I would film. I would show you guys how I make them. So yummy. So yummy. I'm a master chef. Kidding. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. No, I'm just yapping. I hope you enjoyed again, and let me know everything that I asked. Every single thing you better be answering. And thank you again to my members and everyone else supporting me, but special thank you to my members. And again, thank you, Jordan, for joining. Jordan Seed. No, just kidding. Jordan Currents. I remember. I know my members. I know them by first and last name. I know where you live. No, I don't. Don't tell me where you live. That's too much information. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you stay happy, you stay healthy. Peace and love. And hopefully, I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.